Welcome to this short video on maximizing your ILEETA conference experience. Attending the conference is an investment. It's an investment in your time and your energy. There's a financial investment from yourself, from your organization. So what you want to do is make sure that you get the greatest return on investment so that when you go back, you are a better trainer, you are a better instructor, you're a better coach, you're a better mentor. So the first step is to sit down and identify a personal learning plan. What is it that you want to learn? What is it that you want to gain from attending the conference? What are the areas where you want more information? You want to improve your knowledge, your skills, your understanding. What are the things that you need to get out of this conference to help you to become a better trainer, a better instructor? So sit down, make that list of what it is that you want to learn, then look at the syllabus and figure out what classes would best serve those needs. Spend time with your supervisor if your organization is sending you to the conference. Have them have a look at the syllabus of classes and see if there are one or two classes available during the week that would best serve what they believe the needs of your organization are. If they're sending you to the conference, then get them involved and then make sure that you attend those classes and then report back. Before you go to the conference, put time on the calendar. Schedule time when you get back to sit down with your supervisor, to sit down with your peers, your fellow instructors, and talk about what you learned. Talk about your takeaways. Talk about things and that you believe you could apply from the conference to your training in your organization that would enhance the training. When you go to the conference, make sure you have a plan. Have a plan of what classes you want to attend, classes that will give you the greatest return on investment, classes that will address those learning needs that you have previously identified, and map out what classes you are going to attend over the course of the week. Now have a plan B for each of those time blocks. Things happen, and sometimes instructors have to cancel at the last minute, and as a result, you need to make sure that in each time block you have, this is the class, my number one choice, this is going to be number two if something happens to that first class and I'm unable to attend that. If you're going with other instructors from your agencies, then sit down before you go and identify which classes each of you are going to attend and split up. Sometimes what happens is people go with a group of trainers and they all go to the same classes all week. That's not going to maximize your investment. There may be one or two of those classes that you all want to attend. If the class is offered twice, then split up, and some of you go to it on one day, some of you go to it on another day. No two classes are going to be exactly the same. There's going to be different discussions, different people in the class. People are going to get different takeaways. And then make sure you get together with them throughout the week at lunch or after class or in the mornings over breakfast and talk about what you're learning. Talk about your takeaways from different sessions. Attend with an open mind. Go with an open mind. Set aside some of your preconceived ideas. Set aside perhaps some of your current beliefs. Go with the attitude of being an open, active, and engaged learner. And ask yourself, what can I learn in every class I attend? And what can I learn that I can take back and apply that will help to make me a better trainer and help to improve the training that I have the privilege to deliver? While you're at the conference, immerse yourself in the experience and engage in conversations, engage in discussions. Go to some of the extracurricular events like the Emerson Hour in the evening. Have conversations in the hallways with other trainers. Attend the vendor expo and talk to vendors about some of the newest technology or equipment that is out there and available. But make sure that you're engaged. Engage in discussions during classes. Ask questions. Ask questions of the people that are teaching the class. Ask the questions that you have in class. Ask questions of other trainers that you have the opportunity to interact with about challenges that they're facing, about how they're dealing with specific problems. Have they faced the same challenges that you are, and how did they deal with that? How did they overcome that? And feel free to follow up with instructors after the conference and ask them questions about resources or dive deeper into the topic at hand. Maybe set up a phone call or a conference call with them to discuss the topic at a deeper level. And spend time every day. Spend time at the end of each day in reflection. Reflect on what it is that you learned. And be intentional. Sit down, get out your pad of paper, and make sure that you're taking notes in every class that you attend. And at the end of the day, get out your pad of paper, turn to a blank piece of paper without looking back at your notes. Ask yourself, what did I learn today in each class, and do a brain dump for every class that you attended and just everything that you can remember. And then go and have dinner or do whatever you're going to do in the evening. The next morning, get up early and invest 20 or 30 minutes. And again, it's an investment. And do the same process. What I learned yesterday in each of those classes, and without looking back at your notes, just do that brain dump. Everything I learned from that class that I can remember. And then identify some action steps. What actions can you take to potentially apply what it is that you learned in each of those classes? And this will help to deepen your learning. And then when you get back, be intentional about sharing what you learned, sharing your takeaways from every class, sharing your potential action items. The act of reflection, the effortful retrieval of that information, that's why you're not looking back at your notes. And then the act of sharing, all of that will deepen your learning. And then be intentional about applying some of the things that you've learned. Now again, it can be overwhelming, because sometimes we want to change everything. But bear in mind this question from Dr. Robert Cooper: where might the smallest change make the biggest difference? Where might the smallest change make the biggest difference? Small changes are easier to make. Small changes can be made continuously throughout the year. But ask yourself this question: where might the smallest change make the biggest difference? So thank you for being a member of ILEETA. Thank you for being a law enforcement trainer. Thank you for your investment in your development and your growth, so that you can better serve the heroic men and women that you have the privilege and the honor of training. So on behalf of ILEETA, I thank you for being a member of this community and look forward to seeing you at the conference.